Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Buggy Reviews. I am the host, yours truly, The Bug. Today, we are going to be reviewing the epic tale of two kaiju legends facing off once more. The rematch of the century, Godzilla versus Kong. And to tell you the truth, I was definitely looking forward to this. I've definitely been a Godzilla fan for quite a while. I'm probably not too deep into the lore, but I know enough to get my way around it. Kong, I've seen like the Peter Jackson movie, then I saw Skull Island, which I thought was a very good movie in of itself. Just to run that by real quick. Godzilla 2014, it was good to have a more accurate Godzilla, although they kind of had a little problem with it not showing the stuff that people actually wanted to see, so yeah, that didn't really work out too well there, but they did remedy that in King of the Monsters, so that was good. And so what's this movie generally about? Besides the fact that it's two monsters fighting each other. Like, what's the point here? The deal is that Godzilla is apparently just attacking cities and such without any form of provoking or whatnot. There's just no reason for it. He's just blasting the shit out of cities and whatnot. And there's two different human groups. One group is with Kong, the Kong team. One is like the Godzilla team. The Kong team, they are investigating this like whole deal with the Hollow Earth, where there's like these hidden little tunnels deep underground that like Godzilla's been using to like get around in, and supposedly like the theory of it is like there's this whole new underground area, like Journey to the Center of the Earth style thing, where there's all this crazy shit just waiting for us way below, and supposedly there's this energy source that could be used to fight off Godzilla, and the Kong team believe that Kong knows the way to get in. For the Godzilla team, we have a returning character from King of the Monsters who's trying to figure out what the deal is with Godzilla, why is he attacking, and what's got to do with this mysterious new company that's, the target of a lot of these attacks. That's your basic premise for, like, human people, and, like, them going into it. The story is pretty simple, simplistic. I mean, it's not the greatest. It's not like Oscar-worthy thing, It's suitable enough to set the stage and to establish how these characters are going to get into it. Because we all know, we go into these monster movies specifically because we want to see, big monkey get slapped by Godzilla, and we do get that. We get a good chunk of that, I understand that human characters never been the greatest thing in any of these movies. We're kind of tired of them. Believe me, I'm familiar with it. I've hated it in Transformers. I've hated it in Ninja Turtles. A lot of other things. However, I'd say when it comes to like the kaiju stuff with monsters that don't really talk, like Godzilla and Kong, you kind of need them a little bit to just at least address what's going on, to kind of give the audience something to wonder what the fuck, so, but I will say, as far as human characters go, honestly, they could have been worse. I think, at best, maybe the stuff that was happening with the Godzilla part for the humans could have been trimmed out, just, but there are reasonings for that, all things that will lead up into it. As for the actual, fighting, on the grand scale it goes on, it's like like Legendary Pictures definitely did real good with that, because it's just like you're just seeing Kong and Godzilla just go at it like crazy. It's just like no holds bar. They're moving in. It's it's faster paced. You're never bored of it. It's very exciting. Even after like multiple rewatches of the fights, it's just it's so entertaining. And sure, maybe you could throw in some logic and some realism in how like the characters should be moving a little more slow, or how suddenly they're going way fast when they're fighting. I mean, yeah, you could apply that, sure, but for me, it's just like I don't give a fuck. I don't. I'm here to see Big Lizard slap Monkey. I didn't care, and I liked that they were moving a little faster. Like it helps. It kept things going, and I liked how there's like 3 distinct fights with Godzilla and Kong. And each one lays out a determined like victor of the round. It's kind of like a boxing match. And with, like the first fight, it's clearly in one side's favor. The layout, they do a really good job at displaying their strengths and their weaknesses, like what they can do and how they try to counteract it. Now, in some cases, one monster may need to require human intervention, but that's fine to a degree. And I do love, one of the things I did like was we got a definitive winner before the eventual team up to fight a bigger threat thing. That's kind of how it always is with these like versus movies. It's like there's always that bigger threat that forces the 2 main protagonists to fight and that they join forces. I like that we do get a definitive winner of this fight here before, and there's enough time to establish, he won the fight here, he's the victor, and then we'll go on to the big bad. So it's very interesting. Kong definitely has a lot more personality. He's the movie holds him up to be kind of like the protagonist, like the main good guy in a sense. Like there's a lot of like lore added into him, a lot of things added in, whatnot. While Godzilla's kind of just there, he just shows up, and it's just all fun to see. As a Godzilla fan, just see him just go crazy. It's just like, yeah, I love it. It's enjoyable. You're not cutting away from the fights. You're seeing it like go absolutely balls to the wall, cities getting destroyed. That's the kind of stuff we love seeing in these monster movies. It just works. It's just works perfectly. Human characters are human characters, that they are what they are. Honestly, it could have been way worse, considering, so they were really good. They were passable. They were serviceable enough to aid in the story. As for like a lot of things they left out is like stuff that just can be easily expanded upon. I think they not only did like a good story that kind of wraps itself up at the end, but it leaves a lot of stuff that it can be expanded upon. Stuff not only for Kong to do stuff in his own movies, but stuff for Godzilla. It does it really well by giving like a lot of these things. It doesn't shovel it in. It leaves the bits and pieces there. Like to where it can be explored, it can be explained, and you can see what we're working with. And it was just good escapism fun. It was just nice to watch a movie where it was like 2.5 hours, I think it was, where you're just sitting there, just going, yeah. I like you're focused on just the absurdity, the fun, just childlike fun of enjoying 2 monsters just beat the crap out of each other for 2.5 hours. It's just all the good stuff, man. None of all that. I know that some other reviewers like or touting it off. It's like, oh, the reason this didn't do it didn't fail in the box office because it didn't have wokeness. It's like, yeah, sure. It doesn't have any of those politic things in it, of course. No. But I wouldn't say it's the main reason. I'd say it helps that it's just an escapism fun. It's just trying to tell a good story. Trying to tell just the story of two monsters beating the crap out of each other. You know? And sure, you could poke a lot of holes at this in the plot-wise and maybe say, that doesn't quite make sense, or blah, blah, blah. Or maybe you're not fond of how one monster loses, the other wins. Certain kind of things. That's all. That's how you see it. You know, that's how you see it. I can't change your mind. I'm just giving off my opinion on the movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed who won. And I honestly think that if you can watch this movie, go watch it. And watch it a few times, because it's very enjoyable. I loved it. I highly recommend it. And I believe that's all I'm going to say about this. So, have you seen Godzilla vs. Kong? What did you think of it? What movies in the similar genre do you want to recommend? Leave it down in the comment section below. I might review it, maybe not. We'll find out. Until next time, this has been The Bug. I'll see you all next time.